All right, I don't like this at all. The Great American Road Trip Part 3. Thanks for sticking with me. We are about a third of the way through the journey. We have Maryland. I'm in Maryland right now. We're gonna take a walk around the Welcome Center here in Maryland, continue on down through Virginia. Maryland's short. We won't be in Maryland for too long, and we'll stop for the night in Richmond, Virginia. And then in the morning, we'll travel on down to Raleigh, North Carolina. But right now, I need to use the facilities. It's a nice way to say I need to use the restroom. I need to use the bathroom. If we were in Canada, I might say I need to use the washroom, but we're not in Canada. We're in Maryland. Pennsylvania's Welcome Center, I think, was the nicest, but this one actually has a playground for kids. We got here too late to see the inside of the Maryland Welcome Center, but that's all right. I'm sure it's pretty nice. Maybe we'll catch it next time. A vending machine just for Monster. I've never seen that before. All right, that was fun, but let's get back on the road so we can sleep tonight. 3 hours to go. We can do this. Phone just gave me some bad news. It looks like there's an accident up ahead. It's in quite a few miles, but it puts us getting into Richmond, Virginia at 9:22 p.m. Now 9:23. Hopefully by the time we get to that accident, it is cleared up and the highway is free to move, but maybe a little bit longer journey than we thought. Hopefully, like I said, the accident gets cleared up, moved away, and we can go on as normal. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that area of red, which means traffic is backed up and the time is not going down at all. It's still 9:21, so looks like we might be stuck in some traffic for a little while, unfortunately. We're also getting really close to Washington, D.C., so maybe it's just traffic from that big city. Thankfully, we're not going through Washington, D.C. We're going to skirt around Washington, D.C. That might be a new phrasal verb for you. Like, instead of going around, you can say skirt around Washington, D.C. It means you don't go directly through it, you go around it. You skirt around it. And Washington, D.C., you probably know, is our nation's capital, but it's not a state. It's not part of Maryland. It's not part of Virginia. It's just kind of its own territory. The road that allows us to skirt around Washington, D.C. is called the Capitol Beltway. We should be hitting that traffic pretty soon.
Continue.
Yeah, and just like clockwork, lots of red brake lights coming on, and it's also red on the map. Lots of slow traffic here. We call this stop and go driving. You go for a little bit, you stop, you go for a little bit. Bumper to bumper traffic too. Have you ever been stuck in traffic and had to go to the bathroom really bad? I knew I shouldn't have had that last gulp of water. The woods are looking really good right now. No, I'm just kidding. I can hold it. There's another English phrasal verb for you. I can hold it. I don't need to go to the bathroom quite yet. I won't go into the woods, but and if I went into the woods, I would have to pull over. That's another English phrasal verb. Pull over to the side of the road or pull over on the side of the road. We are in Virginia. It was a little too crazy for me to film as we entered Virginia, so you're just gonna have to trust me, but I promise, we're in Virginia. All right, I don't like this at all. There have been a couple police cars and a couple ambulances that have sped up ahead of us. So I worry that there is a major accident up here. And if there is a major accident, that means I am not going to get to Richmond tonight at the time that I want to get there. I will be delayed. Let's see, hopefully it's not a bad accident, but all of those emergency vehicles zooming by, it's not a good sign. I'm not sure what that guy was doing, but he wasn't part of the accident. A couple more are going to be coming in just a minute. Yeah, it's something right up here because it turns blue just a little bit ahead of us. So I'll see what's going on. If it's really a really bad accident and someone appears to be really injured, I'm not going to show it. Actually, there's a rollover. There's a car that has rolled over on its side, on the side of the road. But it looks like maybe people are okay. Oh wow, it looks like they got out of their vehicle with barely a scratch. My gosh, that was scary, but it looks like everybody is okay. Yeah, and look at some of the emergency vehicles are leaving, so that's a good sign, and we have a clear road. I'm saying let's go. It's getting a little dark. Got about 60 miles to go, 55 minutes, but this is the Virginia Welcome Center. I thought let's go take a look before it gets too dark. George Washington was from Virginia. Did you know that? Our first president. Let's go. All right, I made it. It's a little bit later than I wanted. It's closer to like 10 o'clock than 9 o'clock. But I'm parked outside of a Planet Fitness. I'll explain more about that tomorrow. I'm gonna make my bed up, get some sleep, hopefully have an uneventful night. I talked about that when I slept overnight in the cemetery. Hopefully nothing happens and you'll see me tomorrow morning. All right, good night. Hey, that light is super bright, but it's the only way you'll see me. It is about 2:30 in the morning. I'm in the back of my car and I haven't really slept yet. I might have fallen asleep for 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. So I just booked a hotel down in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's about 2.5 hours away from here, but I can't check in until, it says 3 in the afternoon. So it's about 12 hours from now. But sometimes American hotels will let you check in early. We just call it early check-in. So if there is a room available, I will go to the hotel maybe 1 o'clock and just ask, hey, do you have a room? And I'll take a nap before the concert. I'm already thinking I won't be able to bring the GoPro into the concert, so it'll be all cell phone footage, but you'll be able to see where I'm sitting or maybe standing. I don't actually have a seat. I have a lawn seat. I'll talk about that when we get there, but just wanted to give you a little update on the situation in the back of my car. I never sleep well. Well, I've only done it twice. I've went to McDonald's and I went to the cemetery, and I never really sleep that well, you know, a couple hours. And this parking lot's so peaceful. It's quiet, but I'm a baby when it comes to sleeping. And when you hear someone being a baby, it means they're weak. Somebody might be a baby when it comes to trying new food. They don't want to do it. Well, when it comes to sleeping, I'm a baby. I have a fan going, so there's always constant noise. We call it white noise. It's just background noise. I like it really cold in my room. Jamie hates it. My wife hates it, but she usually just puts extra covers on. But it's kind of hot here. I am in the American South. I'm in Southern Virginia. So it's still a little warm here. Really not that bad, but for me, a baby who has to have it perfect when I sleep, it's a little hot for me. I think it's only like 72 degrees maybe, something like that. So not that bad. It's been uneventful. There was a cat in the parking lot, I noticed. I think I got a little footage of him or her maybe, but it was super dark, so I don't know. If I have that footage, I'll put that up now. Little update from the back of my car in the middle of the night. See you soon. Hello there. It's a little after 6 in the morning. After I last saw you at 2 o'clock in the morning, I fell asleep for a little bit, maybe 2 hours. So I'll teach you a new term: tossing and turning. So when you didn't get a good night's sleep, you can say, I was tossing and turning all night. Just means you moved around a lot in your bed. So the plan for today is I'm gonna have some breakfast right here in the parking lot. And then I'm gonna go take a shower, I think, over there in Planet Fitness, get some gas, and then head down to the hotel, about 2.5 hours away. Like I said, I won't be able to check in for a little while, but I'll just see what time they'll let me check in. All right, getting ready to have a little breakfast this morning. Need a sip of Monster though to try to wake me up. Probably not the best drink for me, but it does have some caffeine. on the YouTube channel, I asked, should I have biscuits and gravy or should I have some granola? And you answered, but it was mixed. There wasn't a clear winner, but some of the comments really made me laugh. Yeah, as I'm going through them, Semra says that I should have the granola because I'll feel full all day. And that's true. For meals like that, oatmeal or granola for breakfast, we say it'll stick to your bones. It'll stick to your bones, meaning you're gonna be full the entire day. So that is a good point. Miho says granola. Constantine says adventure meals, no doubt. And on the package, it does say, for the biscuits and gravy, it says adventure meals. I'm thinking biscuits and gravy. Let's read a few more comments though. Adriana from Poland says adventure meals, of course. Patty Candle from France says adventure meals. So yeah, I probably should go with the adventure meals. But Vaseline says the granola is actually made proudly in Maine. Yeah, I got this package. It's called the Weekender, and it comes with one breakfast. That's the granola. And it comes with two entrees, this pad thai here and this Indian korma. So all of these are actually made in my state, right there, state of Maine. But I think I'm gonna have the biscuits and gravy actually. If you remember from the cemetery video, I have my little stove. I need 1.5 cups of boiling water, so let's get that thing ready to go. We'll turn that flame down. I don't need to catch any of my bedding on fire. In a few minutes, we should have some boiling water. By the way, can we just comment on the size of this water bottle? It's massive. I have my Boston Bruins towel so I don't burn my hands. It'll act as a pot holder. I need to take out the oxygen absorber this time. I forgot to do that in the cemetery. There it is. I don't think that would taste too good. That's what they look like before they're cooked. We have a boil, so hopefully I don't burn myself here. Just maybe stand up. I hope this goes well. Wish me luck. Ooh, almost dumped it. All right. Turn that off. That's off. Move that aside. There we go for the camera. All right, we have to stir. And then seal. And wait 5 minutes. While I wait for that, I'm going to respond to some comments. I didn't get to respond to any comments yesterday. Sorry about that. I was driving all day. I just shared the breakfast on the Discord server. If you want to become a channel member and get the Discord server, there's a link down in the description below. Going through the comments, and I just read Linda's comment. She talked about calling shotgun. My friends and I used to do that all the time in high school. You know where the driver sits? And you know the seat next to the driver? We call that the passenger seat, but it's also called the shotgun seat. I don't know why, really. I think maybe for bank robberies. I don't know, you had to ride shotgun. But anyways, if I wasn't the driver, and I wasn't the driver very often in high school. One of my friends was the driver, but we would all call shotgun. Whoever called shotgun first, you had to see the car, and you say shotgun, that means you got to sit in the front seat with the driver. So Linda called shotgun for the road trip. As I go through the comments, I see that Yawin says that the most important thing about a road trip is getting an ice cream. And I said, she learned really well. I'm not going to eat this on camera because there is pork in it, so just in case anyone watching doesn't eat pork for any kind of reason, I'm not going to eat it on camera. But let me just say that I probably should have gone with the granola. The meal that I had in the cemetery was actually really good. It was like a chicken soup. I don't know what this is. It's a little, maybe I put too much water in, but it just doesn't have a very good taste. I don't know. There's the McDonald's right behind me. Maybe I'll go there. Or maybe I'll cook up that, no, I'll save the granola for another episode. I don't know what I'll do for breakfast, but maybe I'll just eat this and just get on the road after my shower, of course, which I can't bring the camera into the fitness club, but I have a card. I'm a member of Planet Fitness. I know it might not look like it, but it is a gym where you can work out, and I can use anyone in the country to work out, but also to shower, which I think I'm going to do right after breakfast.